My name is Stuart Wilson, and this is our review on the Microsoft Surface RT. The Surface has a 10.6-inch 16:9 HD display, and inside it's got a quad-core Tegra 3 processor, 2GB of RAM, with the option of 32GB or 64GB of storage. Of course, the Surface has Windows installed. It's the ARM version, Windows RT, and included is Office 2013, which includes Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and OneNote. Even though the Surface does have a desktop environment, much like the one in Windows 7, it's only used to run the desktop version of Internet Explorer, Windows Explorer, and Office 2013. It is a little bit confusing when you're in the main Windows RT environment and you go to open Office and it opens up in the desktop. However, the Office 2013 products haven't been optimized for the touchscreen at all. You've got small controls which take a little bit of time to push sometimes, so Microsoft could have done a better job there at making it much more touchscreen friendly. We found the pre-install apps on the Surface very fast and smooth to use. With minimal screen lag or loading times, it felt really fast. However, we found some apps like the video or the Music Hub apps to take a while to load when you first started them up. They took around 15 seconds to finally open up and load into a usable state, which just could be a teething issue that Microsoft could fix in the future. Windows 8 and Windows RT are very touch-optimized and gesture-based operating systems. The Charm menu is on the right, which allows you to share and change settings for your application. You can cycle through the currently open apps by swiping to the left or to the right. Then pulling down from the top of the screen to the bottom will close the app completely instead of putting it into memory for use later. Quickly flicking an app to the left will open up a list of apps which will allow you to select an app to open. This seems like a great implementation of multitasking. It was fast and quick flicking through the apps. We found that some apps, when you flick to them, took a little bit of time to get going again, but really it was only a matter of a few seconds. At just 1.5 pounds or 680 grams in weight and just 0.37 inches thick, it is a very nice tablet to hold. Encased in something that Microsoft calls Vapor MG, which feels like very thin aluminium, the Surface tablet is not the lightest, but certainly feels great in the hand when using it in landscape mode. We found it easier to use in landscape with the kickstand in the included touch cover than using it in portrait, as it felt awkward and the 16:9 screen felt just a little too big and unusual. However, the orientation of the screen will change automatically should you wish to use it in portrait or landscape. The touch cover comes in a wide range of colors and is a really great accessory. It just clicks into the bottom and it doubles as a protective cover and as well as a keyboard and mouse. Another accessory is the type cover, which is much like the touch cover, yet it has a physical keyboard instead of the touch-based one that the touch cover has. We found that the type cover to be much better at speed typing, as you could feel the keys under your hands, but the touch cover was just as good with typing. It gets a little bit getting used to, but it's still a really great accessory. One of the major parts of a tablet is its app ecosystem, and while the Windows Store doesn't have the big official apps such as Twitter and Facebook, it is growing every day, and there are many apps to choose from. Of course, there are plenty of well-made third-party apps for those services that you use, such as Facebook and Twitter, which are fantastically made and are great to use. But we can only see the Windows Store and its uptake growing, since a lot of developers are looking for new platforms to develop to, and due to the code share between Windows RT apps and Windows Phone 8 apps, it will mean that developers can share code between both apps and be able to release the app that they've made onto both platforms. And this is a fantastic incentive for developers, since they'll be able to get their app onto multiple platforms, which they would really love to get more people using it. But it's only early days at the moment. In terms of battery life, Microsoft claims that users should be able to get around 8 hours on a single charge. But during our testing, we found that the battery would last much longer than 8 hours. We were able to have the Surface running for a full day of heavy use with video streaming and document editing, web browsing, app downloads, all that sort of stuff. And we'll be able to get that running 9 to 5 all day without a single charge, with a little bit of charge left over for night usage. So we were really impressed with the battery life, and is certainly an advantage over other tablets. In conclusion, the Surface RT is a fantastic device for those Windows 8 lovers out there that want to experience a new platform. With the colourful touch covers which double as a protective cover and keyboard, you can customise the Surface to your liking while remaining productive. While performance and responsiveness was great, we did experience slow app opening times and some buggy performance, but this could be fixed by Microsoft in the future. Even though the app ecosystem isn't as strong as it could be, we think this will improve over time. However, there are some quality apps in the store already. And for that, I give it a 7.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed using the Surface RT and think it's a fantastically solid and good looking device. For other reviews, news, podcasts and more, check out our website, techgeek.com.au. I'm Stuart Wilson. Thank you for watching.